Hello, everyone. Welcome to episode 3 of the Fourth Down Syndrome Downcast. Damon here, Leonidas Kings, with here to host as always, and then we got Zach, our music man. Zach, how you doing?
Doing well.
Good to hear. I'm glad you're doing well. I know you had a rough week, so we hope you're doing a little better now. And then we also have our special guest, the Mexican himself, Brad.
What's up, you dick bags?
Hey, Brad. We're glad to have you. How are you?
I'm glad to be here.
Yeah, we're excited. It's an exciting time. Sorry, Zach, go ahead.
Got 3 guys that have been in the championship.
Yeah, only 2 that have won it. One that really should have, but that's all right. We're excited to be here. We got a lot to go over. As always, we're going to review the week and go over standings, go over the money winners and everything like that, and preview next week. But I do kind of want to start with something that I feel like our league is lacking, or maybe just doesn't fully understand everybody in it, and that's the art of the trade, if you will. I made a trade with Chris earlier this week. The trade itself really doesn't matter. It was Isaiah Crowell for Kelvin Benjamin and Cooper Kupp. I got Crowell, he got Benjamin and Kupp. That's really not the point. The point more so was all the effort it took to make the trade happen. He was looking for some receiver help. I was looking for running back help after sweet, huge tricep, wonderful David Johnson went down. And it took us like 3 days of back and forth discussing, here and there, different offers to finally make it happen. And so, I don't know, I guess I'm just trying to get the point across that I know Lee will send out shit trade offers to people, and they'll just –
I got a drop for you.
Yeah, okay.
I got
Okay, I don't know what that was about, but anyway, let me just finish this thought before that happens again. So basically I'm just saying, if someone offers you a trade and you don't like it, they're probably starting with the low ball. If you don't like it and you're just not making a trade, give them a courtesy no thanks. But if you like something about it, start a back and forth and work out some trades. Trades are fun. Trades make it happen. And always remember that if you do complete a trade, let me know. I'll instantly push it through. We don't need to do the waiting period. We don't need to veto anything as long as it's not obvious collusion, and we can trade draft picks too. So I just wanted to bring that up and kind of talk about it for a second. Do you guys have any thoughts on trades or anything, Brad?
No, I'm a fan. I just don't do them much because get a bunch of shitty offers.
They're tough. Trades are hard to do.
They are hard to do.
Zach, and whatever the hell you did a minute ago, what are any thoughts on trades?
Well, that was a song for The Art of the Deal.
Oh, okay.
Drop. Yeah. As Trump would put it, what you do is you negotiate for what you don't think you can get and then work backwards. Right? That's smart deal making.
Yeah, 100% agreed. And so I mean, and that's what Lee does, and people just usually discount him and end it there. But it takes some work to make.
I wonder how many go fuck yourselves has Lee got over the years.
Well, I mean, if you count from women and from us, it has to be hitting the millions.
And that's a low ball.
Yeah,
that's a low ball.
That's just in the last few years. Anyway. And also, Brad's here. This is the other thing I want to say. Brad's here this week as our guest. Let's get some more guests on. We now have had 1/4 of the league, but we want to hit 100%. So, reach out to me. We have a spot open for next week and beyond. I'll just start cycling through Brad and Chris all day, and that's fine if no one wants to jump on. But
nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants that.
All right, so let's jump into the week 2 review. Get yourself ready there, Zach, because we're going to start with the game of the week, which, much like last week, was the dud of the week. It was Southwest Musk Divers 168.4 to the Hammer of Nothing 99.7. Zach, what were your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I took that hammer and fucking melted it down. That wasn't shit. Yeah, no, I was really impressed with the Gronk and the goat hitching up every time I get like 30 points. So it was a pretty beautiful thing.
Yeah, it was. That stack's going to pay off. When it does, that's probably what's going to happen. Is you're going to win by a lot. We must not go by without mentioning that Chris is stupid and his players got hurt because he is stupid. And,
it's 100% his fault.
Yeah, Jordy and Greg Olson would live long and prosperous if not for Chris and just the kind of human he is. That's really all we got to say about that one. So next game, we have Leonidas Kings defeating Caitlyn Jenner's Balls 102.2 to 91.3. What was that?
It was an upset according to the
projections are stupid. Anyway, it really wasn't. It's Caitlyn Jenner's Balls. I swear they just don't want to. That team just doesn't want to win.
Well,
there's really nothing else that can be said.
Well, don't say you were sweating all week. I guarantee
I was.
You were sweating pretty hard.
My one biggest sadness, I will say, is that I lost to that son of a bitch Skylar by 0.8 points for the half win, which I really could have used. Other than that, the game wasn't that exciting. It was the lowest winner, and go Raiders. That's pretty much all I can say. Next one is Brad against the champ, winning 117.9 to 86.2. Brad, what do you got to say about that?
First thing I have to say about that is you assholes who pick against me every week, week in, week out. And it's not just, I think the other guy's going to win. Every week I hear, there's no way. There is no way. Week 1, it was Sean sacrificing goats to keep Mike Evans out of the game. That didn't pay off. Going into that one, Sean's just too stacked. There's no way he's going to lose this game. Yeah. Sorry, Brad. Yeah. Week 2, champ's too good. Champ doesn't lose games. There's no way the champ's losing this game. Meanwhile, I'm sitting here with 3 wins after 2 weeks. I just wanted to stick your faces in that and ask you to keep picking against me because it's working out pretty well for me so far.
All right. Well, I like the anger, and to be fair, if you would have played Meehan last week, he would have beat you. So,
but I didn't play him last week.
That's all.
That's not the point.
That's not the point.
I don't make the schedule.
All right. Speaking of Meehan, the senior hobo Dick Cheese and Notorious Bulge, they win 120.6 to 116.5. Zach, what do you think about that game?
It was a pretty good one. The best man won. Not much more to say about it, Good performance. He got a lot of points in a few different players.
Yeah, I feel like the team that we were talking about after the draft and everything really appeared and showed that he could be a very powerful and good team even when his defense shits the bed. So I must say with Devin, the Notorious Bulge there, this is 2 weeks in a row that he has been the bad beat and lost again, but would have beat most everybody in the league. But what do you do? So next game I'll take, it's Sunday Morning Boner, and had to tell her twice with the Sunday Morning Boner coming out with a 109.6 to 81 victory. Billy, we always pick against you just like Brad, and you finally won a game, so congrats. CJ Anderson and the Donkeys really came through for you. And really, I don't know if anybody saw, but that Denver Cowboy game was the decider in this game. It was very close. But then once Elliott shit the bed, Bryant had a good game. C.J. Anderson, Demarius had great games. That did it. Plus Devontae Adams and Chris injuring Jordy really helped pull that one out. So there's that. Good job. And then the last one we'll give to Brad, Snatchville Lubricators. Moves to 3-0 as well with Brad here, winning 103 to 90.7 and screwing me ever so slightly out of a half victory.
I had nothing to do with that.
No, tell us about it.
Oh, that's what we're doing. I've got it here. All right, so Tebow goes yard. Bill. Why would you start 2 Bears running backs? 1 is usually too many anyways. Witten paid off for you. Doesn't happen often throwing a tight end in that flex spot. Worked for you this week, though. Not enough to get the win. You sad sack.
Yeah, let's just say Kareem Hunt keeps paying off for Skyler. So
No, that's the rookie of the year so far this year.
yeah, it's unfortunate, but he is dominant. So what do you do at that point? Well, we want to point out the badass and the dumbass move of the week. I feel that Brad had the badass move of the week, picking up Buck Allen and playing him.
Oh, Buck.
That was a great move. That led him to 18.6 points and by far outperformed any other option he had at running back. So great move, Brad. Badass move of the week. Congrats. And we have the dumbass move of the week, and that is for our old boy Lee Wright not playing Chris Thompson. He had a really good week 1. We kept him out of the lineup week 2, and I believe he had 25 points while sitting on the bench. And granted, that wouldn't have been the difference. He would have at least got the half win. And so you're a dumbass.
You went with LeGarrette Blount.
Yeah, it was a terrible move, but that's all right. What do you do? So, Zach, congratulations. You completely dominated this week in the fashion of your championship year. So you get the $20. Good job. And then for the bad beat, Devin just pushed his own score even higher for that end of the year total, which is now at 116.5. So, Devin, man,
keeps raising the bar.
Yeah.
It's not a bar I'd want to raise, though.
You don't make the playoffs. At least you're looking at some money because you keep doing it. And then standings, which I'll post along with the link to this on the group chat and on the league note. The standings right now, we have in the Champions Division, we have the champ, WJ69ers, 1.5-1. We have Leonidas Kings at 1-1, and Caitlin Jenner's Balls at 0-2.
Side note for the Champions League, I think it's interesting that the Champions League only has 2.5 wins combined.
Yeah, that's fine. Wait, the season's not over yet.
Continue.
In the appropriately named Fuck Damon League, we have the Peppers of Justice 3-0, Senior Hobo Dig Cheese 1.5-0, and the Notorious Bulge without winning a game 1-2. In the Fuck You division, we have the Muff Divers 2.5-0, Hammer of Thor 1.5-1, and Sunday Morning Boner 1.5-1. Hammer of Thor is ahead of Sunday Morning Boner in that lineup because he has more points scored. And then in the White Power division, Snatchville Lubricator, the other undefeated team, 3-0. Had to tell her twice, 1.5-1. And Tebow Goes Yard 0-2. So yeah, that's standings are starting to shape out a little bit here. 2 weeks in, we have two teams really out there. Oh, I'm sorry, 3 undefeated teams. Sorry, Zach. 4 undefeated teams. Wait, I'm sorry. I did the standings wrong. Senior Hobo Dick Cheese has a loss, so there's 3 undefeated teams. Real amateur hour here, guys. So I'm gonna now. Any thoughts on the standings from you two?
No. Just glad to still be undefeated, and hope to continue it going forward.
I think the standings are pretty telling. I think it's going to stay pretty much this way the entire year.
Oh, undefeated, huh? Okay.
At least at the top of the league.
Fair enough. I've got a lot of work to even smell the playoffs. So, Let's go over the waivers that happened today. We had a power move by Sunday Morning Boner, dropping Robbie Gould and adding Phil Dawson.
Oof.
I'm an idiot, and that's not even what happened today. God, amateur hour. I'm sorry. Apologize to everybody, but that was a power move. It got him the win. All right, so with the actual waivers that ran today, the Unitas Kings dropped Andy Dalton finally and added Trevor Siemian for $6. I had to tell her twice, added Jermaine Kearse for $6. Leonidas Kings dropped Jeremy Hill, added Rashard Jennings for $4. Sunday Morning Boner dropped Wendell Smallwood and for some reason picked up LeGarrette Blunt for a waste of $2. And Leonidas Kings in his epic streaming of defenses dropped the Raiders and added the Dolphins for $2. Looks like there wasn't much waiver action. I get it. There wasn't much out there. But we'll see what happens from there.
Question for you. How much did you pay for that Dolphins defense?
I paid $2.
I bet $1 on them. Damn it.
And that's how the waivers work. Hope everybody's enjoying the waivers in the new. Since you two here, give me a quick thought from you two on the new waiver system, since I think it's the first time either of you have tried it.
I like the concept.
Like it better? It seems it's more fair.
Oh, it's totally fair.
And that's why once I finally tried it last year, I was like, my fault for us not having done that every year. It's by far better.
Well, I like being able to assign value. Like this guy's worth this much to me.
Yep. You can try and get values for guys. You can go big for guys if you need. You can save and save for that one big waiver wire guy when there's that big injury or something that or then when they're going to be big. You can do whatever you want. And just remember, as a reminder, I just said this last week, but as a reminder once again, even if you are run out of money, which you may or may not, you can still put in waiver bids.
Yep.
Yeah, you can put in waiver bids for $0. Obviously, your chances are going to be very small of getting them, but you can always do waivers even if you're out of money. So please, nobody forget that. All right, so I really need some drops. We really need to get some drops to go from segment to segment. That'll spice everything up a lot. But until I'm cool enough to do that, let's move on to the preview for week 3. Da-da-da-da. There's a drop.
There's a drop right there.
So we decided we were going to make the game of the week this week, especially since we have Brad on with us, the battle between him and the notorious Connor Bulge.
As it should be.
As it should be. So Brad, I'm going to let you preview this, and then we'll all, as we do, make picks on who we think will win as soon as you're done. Go ahead.
It's going to be a tough game. We've got Notorious Bulge sitting with Rob Kelly, who's injured.
He'll switch him out.
I know he will. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm being sportsmanlike.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
Yeah, he'll probably put Gillisley in.
He's dangerous. I'm still confident. I mean, he's obviously dangerous. He's the only winless team with a win.
He's the 4th highest scorer in the league.
But I'm gonna have to go with me here.
All right, Zach, what do you think?
Yeah, I'll have to go with Brad too.
I don't like that.
I'm going to help you out. I'm going to go with the Bulge.
Yeah.
To win this one. All right.
Just motivating my guys even more.
Now let's go.
He doesn't think you can do it.
Let's go to Zach's game, which is also a game here undefeated, which should be a real good one. Southwestern Muff Divers, Snatchville Lubricators. Zach, with the preview of your game.
I'm going to pull it out again. I know I'm not projected to win, but
you're projected to lose by 7.
I'm still going to pull it off, like I always do.
Okay, so just that's it, huh? Short and sweet. All right, I'm looking at it. I'm going to go. You got your Patriots are playing a Houston defense that's pretty good, but also an offense that's garbage, and Crabtree's going to go nuts again. So the Lubricators are very good. So wouldn't be surprised.
Lubricators have Hunt, so that's the one I'm worried about. I hope they can shut them down, but it's the LA Chargers, so you never know.
He's been Kareem in the Cunts for 2 weeks now, so no reason he should stop.
See, looking here at Snatchville Lubricator, I was gonna pick him in this matchup, and then I scrolled down and see that he's starting AJ Green on that garbage Cincinnati offense. You know what? I'm going to go with the tie. They're going to tie.
All right. Well, that hopefully never happens again. But,
the only O that's going to go is that draw.
Oh, God. I hope it doesn't tie. So let's go to the next game.
It's happening.
Leonidas Kings against the resurgent just in the nick of time Dickbag Senior Hobo Dick Cheese. Projecting by 5. This should be a close game. I don't know what quarterback I'm going with, but I mean, he's got should be a good game as long as Cleveland can stay close with Indy and Crowell doesn't get benched after 5 carries. I think I can win this one. So I think that's going to be the key to this. I'm going to pick myself, but once again with zero confidence.
I think I'm going to go with Sean here. Looking over everything, I think Kelsey's going to have another big week. I think you kind of cursed yourself grabbing a Broncos quarterback.
Yeah.
That's where you're wrong, homie.
Are you a believer in the Simeon?
Well, shit, he's 7 foot tall.
He's a monkey.
Got Bigfoot in there throwing footballs around.
I know. Well, I hope. Zach? Who do you think is going to win?
Yeah, I'll probably go with Sean, to be honest.
Yeah, go Dick Cheese. That's right. All right, Brad, take the next one here. We have the champ. We got first place, last place game.
Ooh.
Going here. WJ69ers and Caitlyn Jenner's balls. What do you think there? Just breakdown for you.
Projections are pretty closer than I think they'd be. But I think this is Chris's week. I think he gets the win here. I think Aaron Rodgers tears it up against Cincy. I think Melvin Gordon's going to have a decent game for him. Going to bounce back. I'm going with Chris.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Even though Carr's, amazing, he's gonna throw a couple TDs. I think I'm gonna go with my brother as well. Mainly because Bass, for some fucking reason, has Cincinnati's defense, and they're gonna get dump trucked by Green Bay. So all of Aaron Rodgers' 5 touchdowns will put Cincinnati into the negative. So I'm gonna go with old last place too. Zach?
I'll second that.
Okay.
Ditto.
All right, then now we got the daddy-daughter battle. Tebow goes yard and Sunday morning boner.
Oh, that's cute.
So it actually is projected to be basically even. So this should be a good one. I don't know about going double Bears running backs. Once again, that is a recipe for defeat, especially when they're playing Pittsburgh and they're probably going to be down quick and Jordan Howard's going to be out. So Cohen's probably a good play. I don't know. He might want to do something else, but
I'd put T. Coleman in.
Yeah, I'd put Tevin in too. Yeah, they're playing Detroit. I would too, or Abdullah. I would do anything but that. So as of now, I think Billy's going to take this one unless Bill makes a change to strengthen his lineup. I think Billy's got this.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. You can't play 2 Chicago running backs, and T.Y. Hilton's still a big question mark. Like we don't know who's going to be throwing to him week in, week out. Yeah, I mean, I don't like DeMarco Murray this year for Billy. I don't like Julius Thomas. But in this bottom bitch bowl, I'm gonna go with Billy.
I'm gonna have to go for Tebow goes yard for the simple fact that he's not in my division. So playing a little 3D chess here.
There you go. Makes sense. And then the last matchup we have is Hammer of Thor and Had to Tell Her Twice. Zach, go ahead. Tell us about this one.
Well, we got a matchup between 2 Dindu quarterbacks. So, don't expect too much out of that. But beyond that, it's a pretty close game on the points projections. I have to go for Lee. for the same reason as the one before, but other than that, yeah, it's pretty good, close matchup.
Yeah, I got Chris has 2 Packers going against Cincinnati, and I really think they're going to dump truck them hard. So I'm going to go with the chance of him really scoring a lot there. So I'll go with Christina in the victory,
Well, we still don't know if Jordy Nelson's going to play this week.
and that could change things.
That could change things. If he plays, I'm going to go with Chris. I like J.J. Ty Montgomery had a monster week. I hate that Seattle offense, and Russell Wilson has been garbage. So I'm going to say if Jordy Nelson plays, it's going to be Chris. If he's out, I'll go with Lee.
Well, that's fair. That's fair. Well, that's a breakdown of the games to come. It should be another exciting weekend. Football's the coolest, and here soon I do want to have a Sunday where everybody's invited over to watch some football. So hopefully sometime in the next few weeks. We'll announce it on here once I figure it out. But I think that'd be fun. Big screen football fun. Anyway, so keep that in mind. But other than that, that's pretty much it. We just need to finish off with some shit talk of the opponents. And so, Zach, you got a very tough opponent this week. So why don't you talk a little shit to him?
Well, he may be a tough opponent, but I don't see any names on his trophy, so sorry, bud. Champ's coming for you.
Champ will champ. All right. Well, Brad, you got
Champ's gonna champ.
you got Devin here. He's put up a lot of points, but hasn't won yet. What do you got?
Oh, Devin.
He looks like Rex Burkhead too. It needs people to understand that.
Just wanted to throw that out there. Yeah. After the draft, Devin, everybody was saying, "Oh, this new guy Devin in the league, he's really good. Don't you think he's really good?" Well, I'm not sucking your dick, Devin. I'm not impressed. You're gonna keep setting that bar higher and higher for the bad beat. It's gonna continue this week. Doesn't matter how many points you score. I'm better. I will score more.
I like it. That's good. That's quality. That's quality shit talk. And for you, Meehan, you son of a bitch, you trying to fake me out, quitting on the league when the draft was coming, and Le'Veon Bell, and I just mad at you. Want you to lose. And you will. Team's coming around. I'm just biding time till my boy Luck and my boy Martin get back on the field. You will be a time biter with the rest of them, just like a pillow biter. And, yeah, you're going to lose. Go me. Well, thank you all for joining the Downcast. We appreciate you. Thanks, Brad, for coming on. Thanks, Zach, as always, for being there. And, we'll see what happens this week. Adios. She did it just for me, nigga. Would skip you like a space bar, but I much rather delete, nigga. Damn.